Yeah, I think other people can know us. Certainly, I think that's an intentional choice that we grant, shall we say, to people in our lives. Obviously, people that we're in closest relationship to. You think about your family relationships or those really close relationships over time. There's obviously a knowledge that builds up there. There's an intimacy. There's layers that sort of fall away. I think it's around, distance in terms of think about people you first meet, acquaintances. The closer people get to you over time, I think definitely I would say that they know me. I think, you think about a marital relationship, there's that sense of unconditional love of, you let down your guard, right? They see you warts and all. They see you in your worst moods. That's an old cliche, but you hurt the ones you love, right? But I mean, you do. You're just like, you're your bare self, which is terrifying. But it's honest and real and also authentic because, it's all of the brokenness of yourself that you're revealing to someone, and that's the risks of that are obviously. That's scary, and it's you have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to trust that person that they're, not going to blurt out all of your most failings, and there's a sense of, there's a potential rejection, potential hurt on the other side of that. If that person, takes that and doesn't hold that with deep care in terms of the moments where you've revealed who you really are at your worst moments as well as your best moments. So, yeah.
I agree that people can know. I mean, our self. The question is, what's that thing? But let's suppose we mean something like your deepest values or the way you are or your character in some deep sense. I think people can definitely know that, and in fact, I think, in fact, this is a familiar fact. Other people often know better than you know it yourself. That's a terrifying fact. That not just about incidental features about you, but about really fundamental features. It's not just that you aren't in a privileged position, but often other people are in a privileged position, and it's all too common for a person to go through their whole life not realizing something pretty basic about them that everyone around them knows very, very well, right? Often a bad thing, right? So I think that's just true. And I mean, Fiona was speaking to a special case where the loving relationship is the key that unlocks that. But then there are other cases where just another person encountering you they're going to see, as it were, what you're like or what you really care about or what you really value, perhaps better than you do. And then on the other question about the risk in showing that, I think there are risks, but I want to focus on the other side of that, the opportunities that revealing yourself brings. So we often carry around, and I think probably not a good way, we have some view, let's say a political view or a religious view or some other view, but we kind of hide it. And sometimes there are good explanations for why we're hiding it, but one of the hazards of hiding it is that you don't test that thought again or that value in the world, right? And it might be that the thing that you're harboring, and you might even feel a little smug or conceited about it, is actually a bad idea and you shouldn't have it. And if you talk to anybody about it, they would show you that it was a bad idea. So conversations with other people are one of the most important ways that we learn how to live and how to think and so on. And so revealing your innermost self is, I think, very, very important for that reason, because again, your innermost self may be in need of considerable improvement. And so that's what other people are there for. So.